going on, y'all? Yeah, man. Feels good to finally be here, man. Feels good. Welcome in, everybody, to the very first episode of the Something to Say Broncos Podcast. I'm your host, Maurice Jackson. As you can tell from the song, credit Outkast for that. um, welcome in again. This is the Something to Say Podcast, you guys. I'm excited to bring all things Broncos to you, man. I built this channel because everybody and their mama always got something to say. And so this is the Something to Say podcast where you can come say what you got to say. I want all the smoke, but we talking everything Broncos and NFL abroad. A couple things today that I want to talk about, though. I want to talk about basically a recap of the first week of free agency for the Broncos and a little tidbit from yesterday as well. So I'll start with that first, man. Yesterday, the Broncos, Bo Nix and Cortland Sutton were seen at the Denver Nuggets game facing the Lakers yesterday. And I thought that was cool to see, man. You want to see your young players together like that in the offseason, going to events like that. It builds camaraderie for the team, man. And it's just good to see. You know what I'm saying? The Broncos are on the rise, and that's the type of stuff we want to see for a young team growing together, man. Uh, Bo Nix was he signed a ball along with Cortland Sutton. I think some other players might have signed it as well, and threw it out into the crowd. I thought that was dope. And I think a reporter asked Cortland Sutton. He asked him, "Who throws a better deep ball, Joker or Bo Nix?" Y'all not gonna believe what this dude said. This man said the Joker. He gave the Joker the love, obviously, because Cortland's been here, so he's already a diehard Nuggets fan. I feel like he's trying to make Bo Nix kind of earn his stripes. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, like no, your answer should be Bo Nix. That's your quarterback standing right next to you when the reporter is asking you this question, and you tell him Joker. Oh, come on, Court. Come on, Court. You ain't you trying to get an extension, bruh? Oh man. Let's do a little recap of the first week of free agency, man, because I feel like the Broncos knocked it out the park. It's starting to feel like them old days back in the Manning days where we were loading up because we knew we could make a run, a deep run, and potentially win a Super Bowl. I feel like the Denver Broncos are in that window with the rookie quarterback on his rookie deal now to where they can do the same thing, and they're showing us that they're doing the same thing. Our biggest weaknesses on defense have been filled. We had Burton last year. He was a solid player. Don't get me wrong, but you replace him with Dre Greenlaw. That is exponentially better. Exponentially, you guys. Like, I mean, if you're a Bronco fan and you a diehard and you bleed orange and blue like me, then you know how to feel about this signing, man. This is big time. This is a big time signing, you guys. He's going into his seventh year. That's it. He's had one injury that's notable, and that was the Achilles that he obviously returned from late last year. I want to say last game, played a couple snaps. But he looks good so far, man. He's gonna look even better in a Denver Bronco uniform, wearing the same number 57, man. I'm ecstatic about that signing, you guys. Hey, and by the way, I want you guys to comment below, like, subscribe, and share this, please. I'm new to this, obviously, but I'm gonna get better as we go along. And I'm gonna be bringing you Broncos content every day if I can, as long as you guys are willing to hear it and become a part of my family and this community that I'm building, man. Um, who could we talk about next? Let's talk about. Um, he has a crazy name, man. Talanoa Hufunga, man. And we haven't had a safety like him, I would say, since TJ Ward and Stewart were here. You know? He's that big of an addition, man. When he's healthy and he's on the field, this dude, you better know where he's at. He'll pop you. He's a thumper. He is a thumper. But even better than that, his instincts and his knack for finding the ball unmatched. He's one of the best young up and coming safeties in the NFL. Keep him healthy and he'll be all right. He had a wrist injury last year. I don't think that's going to derail him too much. I think he's going to be just fine, especially having the training staff that the Denver Broncos have. We haven't had to worry about too many injury issues with the Broncos since Sean Payton came, and yeah, it's that simple. Who else did we pick up? We picked up DJ Williams, re-signed that man. A clogger up the middle, great for our defensive, our run defense. That's a great signing, man. It's a great signing, and I'm happy we got him back. You want to keep this core together, man. You want to keep as many when you go from winning however many games we won the year before. I want to say what do we win with Nathaniel Hackett? 5, 7 games, something like that. And when you're projected to win 5 games going into Bo Nix's rookie season, and you double that by winning 10, that's a group worth keeping around together, man. I know there's always going to be a lot of turnover, every team has turnover every year. But if you can build a solid roster and keep it together, which is rare to see nowadays in the NFL, that's the key to success. And building through the draft, of course. You know what I'm saying? But I like the Denver Broncos signs. I think they were great, especially on the defensive side. We were the top 3 defense last year, you guys, and we're only going to be even better this year. I guarantee it. We're taking down the Chiefs this year. I'm guaranteeing a sweep. Like, look at the Chiefs fans tripping on me. Like, nah. But I'm just talking. That's what we hear. We here to have something to say, and I'm gonna say my piece. All right. Let's move over to the offensive side of the ball, though, man, because picking up Evan Ingram is probably the biggest signing of the offseason so far for the Denver Broncos. You sign a guy who's still relatively young. I mean, he's not old by any means. He's been in the league 8 years. He's going into his ninth season with the Denver Broncos, but he's accumulated a total of 496 receptions, 4,922 reception yards, and 25 touchdowns in his time in the NFL. For most of you who don't know about Evan Ingram, he started and was drafted to the New York Giants. Moved on, played a little bit with Trevor Lawrence over in Jacksonville for 4 years, I want to say, or 3 years, and had his best season in 2023 with 114 receptions for 963 yards, which ended up being, in terms of the receptions, the second most by a tight end ever. Let's just stop and reflect on that for a minute, y'all. You're bringing that piece into the Sean Payton offense. Didn't he say he was looking for a joker? I know a lot of people hate that term, but get over it, y'all. You just get over it. It is what it is. He's a mismatch wherever you put him. He's a straight mismatch. You can put him in the slot. You can line him on the inside, on the line. You can move him outside. You can motion him. You can run reverses. You can run bubble screens with him. He makes acrobatic catches on top of all that. You guys, like this is a big addition for Bo Nix, and he's going to be a big help in the passing game, and he might even be help in the running game. I haven't even touched on the running back situation yet, man. But we all know what's going to happen. Obviously, we didn't pick one up in free agency, so what they're going to do is they'll probably double dip in the NFL draft. That's what I expect them to do. I expect at least 2 running backs and a tight end in the draft. I'll get into that more in depth in another episode, but this is obviously the premiere. I'm just grateful to have this opportunity to be able to speak about the team that I love more than anything. I bleed orange and blue. It's that simple, y'all. And so that's why I'm here, man. And I appreciate everybody who joins me, everybody who watches, likes, follows, and subscribes, man. You guys are going to be the reason why I'm going to be able to keep doing this, honestly, at the end of the day. Um, but with that being said, man, I got a lot more content that I want to talk about and get to, but I think that that's gonna do it for this first episode, man. You know what? As a matter of fact, it's not, because I want to talk about the effects. You got Hufunga, right? Who replaces PJ Locke. That gives you that gives you Hufanga, if he's healthy, and Brandon Jones at the safety position. You couple that with Riley Moss and the defensive player of the year on the other side. If Riley Moss can stay healthy, that's the key to this defense staying healthy, if you ask me. But that's all you need. You got Dre Greenlaw right next to Alex Singleton, and then Benito Cooper on the outside. You got Zach Allen, DJ Jones, and Franklin Myers on the inside. Oh my gosh, yo. Like, I'm hype. How many of y'all are actually hype about this season? And why are you hype about this season? I want to know, man. Talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm here for. Man, the Broncos are about to go crazy this year. I got so many bold predictions that I'm not gonna get into in this video. You're gonna have to follow me to see the rest, But man, man, I'm pumped. I'm hype. They not ready. They're not ready for us this year, y'all. They're not. I'm trying to tell you. They slept on us last year, and that's cool. Yeah, we've been down for quite a long time, man. Quite a long time, but we're back, man. Right, with the Broncos are right back where they belong, which is relevant, which is being talked about as one of the better teams in the NFL. And I mean, what more could you ask for? What more could Denver ask for from this offseason than the pieces that we got? You complete your defense. Your defense is complete. Complete. 100%. Maybe get some depth pieces in the draft, behind Dre Greenlaw and Alex Singleton because they're both coming off injuries. I could see that happening easily. But we did bring back Justin Stronad, which I thought was a good signing, bringing him back. He played decent, man, for playing his first year in a starting role last year. He didn't do too bad, man. He did not. He did all right, but he can do better. I mean, I'm just saying. But obviously, Sean Payton, George Payton, and the ownership group, they recognize the window that they're in, and so they're bringing it. They're signing guys left and right. A lot of people wanted us to sign Amari Cooper. I didn't see that happening. You guys can go to my Twitter at Something to Say and look at the post that I wrote the night before he was signed to the Seahawks. I said, sorry to bust everyone's bubble, but the Broncos are not signing Cooper Kupp. Come on, man. We're just talking logic here. I mean, let's talk about the Broncos receiving core that Bo Nix worked with last year. You got Cortland Sutton. You got Marvin Mims, basically the two veterans on the team in the receiving room, followed by Troy Franklin and Devon Bailey, both going into their second years. They're only going to get better. You don't think Bo Nix is going to have a passing camp this offseason? It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. He has that work ethic. He has that drive. He has the it factor. And he does raise all shifts. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. Watch out. Watch out, man. The Broncos are coming. And I just got to keep saying it because I don't care. That's what it is. You feel me? um, Running back, man. I thought that we were gonna. I thought that we were gonna sign somebody. Obviously, it's still early. The first week is done now, so it's still early for us to sign somebody. I would look for the Broncos to go after maybe a J.K. Dobbins. You know, if a lot of these running backs are cheap to begin with, unless you're a Saquon Barkley or a CMC. They're cheap. So if you can get like a J.K. Dobbins to be that mentor, that veteran in that room, I think that would benefit the Broncos a lot. Um, my choice in the draft for running back is definitely Mari Hampton. If we don't move up to get Genty, which I know is a possibility, we have so much flexibility now that there's no telling what Denver's going to do in this draft. One thing that I will say they probably won't do in this draft is move back. I've heard and seen a lot of people talking about the possibility of Denver moving back. Go look at Sean Payton's career as a head coach. He's never moved back. If anything, he's going to move up. And who's to say that by the Broncos filling all their holes, that that's not the plan? To bundle a package to where you jump the Raiders in the NFL draft just because you can and go get Ashton Genty. Woo! Woo! Picture that. Picture that lineup, y'all. Oh my gosh. Running behind the best offensive line in the league. Oh man, that's trouble. That's trouble, man. That's trouble for the league. I promise you. I promise you. But even if you don't get Genty and say you stay pat and get Hampton, I'm cool with that. I would not draft a first round tight end now. I would not. I would not. I wouldn't do that. I could see us moving back. The tight end quality this year in the draft is amazing, just like it is for the running backs. That's why it's coincidental that the Broncos' two biggest needs in this draft just happen to be the needs that the draft is strength is, which is running back and tight end. You know what I mean? And so I think I think we're in for a wild draft, you guys. I think the Denver Broncos have a plan. I think the Broncos are going to orchestrate that plan, and I think they have more than one plan. I don't think they're just going into this saying, "Oh yeah, we're just going to sit at 20 and pick the best available player." No, they need to be strategic with what they're doing. That just like they have been for the last couple years since Sean Payton's been here. They've been strategic with all offseason moves, you know, and changing the culture and bringing in the right pieces to this puzzle that Sean Payton says you got to flip back over after every season's over and start all over again. Well, he might have flipped the puzzle board over, but a lot of those pieces on in the puzzle he was able to put back together real quick because there wasn't a lot of moving parts from the Denver Broncos this year. Thankfully, that's always a good thing, especially when your team excels and does the things that the Broncos did last year, man. By the way, I will be having a podcast talking about Bo Nix specifically and the year that he had as a rookie because it doesn't get enough attention. It doesn't get enough love, and I'm sick of the disrespect of Bo Nix. Okay? I'm sick of it. I'll give you guys a little teaser. Do you guys know how many passing touchdowns John Elway had in his best season as a Denver Bronco? Don't worry, I'll wait. John Elway's best season touchdown wise was 27 touchdowns. That's the most John Elway ever threw. Bo Nix had 29 touchdown passes as a rookie. Put that into perspective. I'm not taking nothing away from John Elway. He's the greatest quarterback to ever play for the Denver Broncos. And I'm an old head, so you know I respect the old school boys. I got Atwater on my back right now. But I'm just saying that Bo Nix's potential, he hasn't even touched his ceiling. He hasn't even touched his ceiling, people. Last year was his floor. That's his floor for me. You're only supposed to get better from here, and I guarantee you that that's what's coming, man. I'm so excited. Ain't you excited? Like I'm pumped, baby. Man. Um, what else can I talk about tonight, man? I think I'll leave it there. I think I'll leave it there for now, and we'll see where this video goes. I look forward to the next episode that I'm going to bring to you guys. But in the meantime, like, follow, share, and subscribe to my videos, man. I'm here for you guys, man. I'm here to talk Broncos, talk football, and get y'all's opinions, get your insights, and I want to give you guys mine. That's why I'm here. So with this being the first episode of the Something to Say Broncos podcast, I want to thank everybody for having joined me. Thank you for watching my video. And if you want more, then support your boy. My name is Maurice Jackson, and let's go Broncos.